them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside it, leave the beat flame.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go from Orchard Park. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Allen gonna throw to get things going. He's gonna test this.
No, sir.
Right away.
That's the Josh Allen we know. That's the Josh Allen we know.
Here as they force the opening drive turnover. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Stroud gonna throw right away. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 16 yards. Pick up on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
16 yards. First down, Houston.
Hey, South. Tony.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 13-yard line.
They'll go right back to Mixon.
How you about me, homie?
To the end zone. What a start. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2.
Why Tony?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is...
He dropped it? Who did this?
To fight them a bit later on in this one. As for now, it remains a 6-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
5 wide, 319.
From the gun, it's Allen.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, my God, I missed the sack.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Alert.
That's good for Bills.
Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. A pass. Caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Brooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Bills. First down.
On 1st down, Allen. Down the field. He's got the hook up to Shakir.
Look at him.
29 yards.
That's another Bills.
spend so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Half 10. Guns. What's up?
Throwing again. It's Allen.
Give me that shit. That's the Josh Allen we know.
Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And the Texans are going to have
That's the Josh Allen we know and love.
1 yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
2nd down, and here's a run, and here's Mixon. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down for Houston.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
We are through 1. It's the Texans who have the early lead. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud.
Oh, I seen that.
And intercepted. Picked up by Cole Bishop.
I should have stepped up more. Okay.
Field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly.
And he'll take this one in. Khalil Shakir, touchdown Buffalo.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs and
stop.
Connection for the touchdown.
And he will not get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone. And his game remains tied. All square now at 6 aside as the ball's back in the air again. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up the 2nd down.
Oh, okay.
They've been up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Being free downfield. field. It's Kirk. And he will go all the way. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Texans. Here's Stroud to the line. This guy's going to try to get two more.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point.
Back to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Half. Hey, tight. Hey, tight. 5. What's that?
On first down, it's Allen. And they're going to move the ball.
Oh, you love that little play, don't you?
45-yard line.
Okay.
28 yards. And the Bills first down.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Good play. Oh.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 1.
Monday, 319.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
What's that?
Allen now on 2nd down. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Half, 85. Regular. Off 50. What's that?
To the air once more is Allen. That is
He's lucky as hell.
touchdown, Bills.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Throw on the run is complete. Into space. And he will score. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
To return, here's Ray Davis. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And that's a heck of a return right there. He's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run. And they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
Alert, alert, alert. Round it. What's up?
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That one
Come on.
down the field, but it is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's going to take a shot down the field.
Give me that shit.
And the Texans are going to...
That's the Josh Allen we know.
9-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
On the quick, right? 18. What's up?
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
All ready.
On play action, Stroud. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock is stopped with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
All right.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball.
Oh!
Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Come on, Stroud. You got to let that go,
The best way,
baby.
Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their 1st read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
He's going to dial up.
Give me that shit.
And the Texans are going to take over just shy of midfield.
The Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll be
Come on, Stroud.
throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Stroud.
The
Over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a foul.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Terran Johnson up to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Now, Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Texans first down.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
What the fuck was that?
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Stroud. He'll find his big target. The tight end stole it. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage.
You like that? That's this one.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Stroud.
Come on, Stroud. You got a slow release like a motherfucker.
And the Bills will take over here just past the 30.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Now Allen on first down.
Come here, boy.
In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
2nd and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, Poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now a ball.
Give me that shit.
Middle of the field. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So that's the Josh Allen we know. Yeah, no?
Here we go. Tony.
Here's Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Houston.
Give, running right. It is Mixon. He'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Big and Oliver. They're on the tackle. A second down throw for Stroud. That is pulled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will extend this third quarter lead. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now, Ray Davis going to bring this one out. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. Again, working deep downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
38 yards.
Half 85.
And the Bills, middle. First and 10 at the 41.
First down, Allen.
I'm here, boy.
And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take him back to the other side of midfield.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack off.
Why keep doing that stupid ass flip?
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll give this to Mixon, running right. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Looking free downfield. It's Kirk. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It's now 3rd down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down.
18.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So they keep it simple, only a yard to go. Keep it on the ground, trust in your running back, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Here we go. 19 Texans. 18. What's that?
They'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap.
On the handoff, it's Mixon. 1st down and more inside the 15. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Yeah,
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Yeah.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Pass 85. Pass 85. 5 wide. 5 wide. 5. Off the.
Allen with a throw on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go.
Give me that shit, boy.
And the Texans
That's the Josh Allen we know.
at their own 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
That's the Josh Allen we know.
Pounds. What's right? 118. What's right?
A run here with Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Mixon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First down, Houston.
Oh, right.
Here's a give up the middle to
Oh,
Nixon.
look at that.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's gonna be
Oh, he dropped it? Come on, Schultz.
Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is caught, finding Higgins. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So it's a win for the visiting Texans.
Let's go, Stroud.
Both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out? Yeah, did it find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with on my face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't say much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't say much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see.
It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau.
You know what? That's another team I ain't never seen nobody really play with. The Vikings?
All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So that brings them to 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing a 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. McCarthy throwing on 4th down. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. One of their best play calls in this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets them the first. Another throw here for McCarthy. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to attain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Has a big strike to Addison. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Brought in. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
The Packers take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try. Again, McCarthy to throw.
Ah, come on, man.
Incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
McCarthy, well, he's quarterback
name
name
here.
here.
They tried the point after, but instead,
Yeah.
they only call on him to move
J.J.
this
McCarthy,
away.
I think. I thought it was nice.
And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback.
What his name is? Kirk Cousins.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Set, hut. 33, yellow. Set.
Love gonna air this out to start. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Finds him over the middle. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line.
Cool.
Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
You know, Kate, over the
Yeah,
years,
he
I've
knew
heard
that.
defensive
He was with the
coordinators say,
Vikings
you got
and-
to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
38. Set.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing his love on 3rd.
Come here, boy.
Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. Offense to the line fast.
52 blast. 22 needle. Ready?
They are going for this. It's Love. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset because they turned over in their end of the field.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It's going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. The Vikings have played to an early lead. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. It's Vikings ball as we return for the 2nd, and they've got to be thinking points here. 3rd and 2, McCarthy. It's intercepted.
Come on, McCarthy.
Williams. There he goes, pick 6, touchdown Green Bay. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead.
The score, Packers 7, Vikings 6. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green
A
Bay.
quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Ty Felton here to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Brought in right side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Come on, dude.
Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's
This
incomplete.
fucking guy.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit.
Man, come on, guy.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson, so that brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Puts his body on the line, and he got it. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. On play action now, McCarthy. It is caught left side. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
He didn't change nothing. I didn't leave no yard. What are you talking about?
Straight ahead they go with Jones. That run good for 8. Now they've got 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the defense.
You're a super try hard.
And he has the Minnesota
doing all that for no reason.
The Vikings get some late points and the lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2.
Oh, yeah.
2 touchdowns, gone for 2 both times now. Seems like they're content just kind of leaving the kicker on the sideline and staying aggressive after each touchdown.
You know what it reminds me of, Kate? And you call a lot of basketball as well. The college basketball game, it's all threes or dunks. Right, the 2-point jump shot, it is gone. And this team right now is just going for the jugular, saying, nah, I don't need to kick a 1-pointer. Let me just try that thing from extra deep, that 3-point land. And 50%, well, that's just as good as 2 for 2 with the kicker.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Love out of the shotgun. And he put everything he's got behind it.
No, sir.
Can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Set, ready. Set,
Air it out on 3rd.
Give me that. Oh, it's over the pick. Oh, my goodness.
Winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Stick it in the air. Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
ready, break.
It's now 2nd and 19.
Let's go.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing here just before halftime. A massive shot towards the end zone. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Nada.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They send a man in motion. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go. Here we go. Set, go.
Shotgun now for Love. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That one now some 33 yards and a new set of downs too. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard
Let's go
line.
now. Set.
Running right. Here's Jacobs. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Fight.
A gain of a
97.
yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 33. Set.
Love from the gun. Brought in close to the 8. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends. And
he's in for the touchdown. The Packers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers Steelers tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Felton now to return this. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicky team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
First and 10, it's McCarthy. That throw comes up
Man,
short.
come on, man.
Russell on that one. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now it's second down. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Quick slant to Hawkinson. And he takes it down to the 33. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down now, ball at the 33. Here's a give to Jones. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Jones wants more. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
What?
Here he goes, 3rd and long.
Yo! You gonna stop my man from running this route? Wow.
I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone. Things happen so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate.
I ain't never ate that shit.
Hands that got on the football.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. Back to throw it.
Come on, man.
The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, Ken, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He put everything he had into this one.
Give me that. Oh, come on.
Incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No, sir.
Incomplete. It brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th.
Okay,
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
ready, ready.
Send the tight end in motion. He'll throw it.
Give me that, boy.
A ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Vikings have the football just a tick beyond midfield at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Okay, defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly...
Come on, man.
That's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on.
Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. He's back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-some years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two.
And the pack gets home.
Man, listen.
And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Working quickly here. Now McCarthy.
Oh my goodness, dog.
Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at third and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Damn, Vikings?
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Looking to throw. Has a big strike to Addison. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Vikings take a fourth quarter lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, there's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Love with it on first down. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45.
Okay, ready?
All set now. First and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Back to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Tight end going in motion here. Here he is to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Looking to throw it.
Oh, he owns it. Give me that.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Huge pick.
Smith with the INT. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner. And now they're...
Oh, man. Thank you for coming out.